Scared tactics.
Unless Congress acts, 1 week from now, more than 100,000 DHS employees, Border Patrol, port inspectors, TSA agents will show up to work without getting paid. Now, they all work in your states. These are folks who, if they don't have a paycheck, are not going to be able to spend that money in your states. It will have a direct impact on your economy, and it will have a direct impact on America's national security.
Overall, a shutdown of Homeland Security would have serious consequences and amount to a serious disruption in our ability to protect the homeland.
It's the Chicken Little thing. You know, the sky is falling, people won't get paid, you won't be secure, and yet the intel people say there are no credible threats. It looks like politics, it looks like scare tactics.
Well, this is so predictable, it's boring. Okay, we knew this was going to happen in December. Yep. When I was on Fox and Friends in December, I said that if the GOP did not set the narrative on what was going to happen on this debate, they would ultimately cave.
You were right.
And cave into pressure, and they would, we can't endanger the country. Now, think about this, guys. For the last 6 years, the administration has taken an on-again, off-again approach, mostly off-again, to immigration enforcement. They've pulled back the Border Patrol to within, I think, we learned yesterday on my radio show, sometimes 40 miles from the border. A lot of the agents are. We're basically doing no interior enforcement except maybe of some violent criminals. And now they're talking to us about how the nation is going to be endangered, which is itself a fraud, because we know most people have to show up at work. This is all a lie. And if we had Republicans who actually disagreed with Obama on amnesty, we only have a handful, like Jeff Sessions and Ted Cruz. If we had more Republicans who were honest about this, they would be saying what I'm saying today. We don't believe you, Mr. President. This is scare tactics. You're the reason this department won't be funded. Own it. But too many Republicans are shackled by the Chamber of Commerce and their big business interests, and so they want to go like this and say, well, look, we have to put the nation first. It's appalling.
Laura, but when it comes to the executive order, there was even up to 9, maybe even more Democrats who said, we don't think this is right, because the president said it 22 times. One of those people who is not voting with Republicans to deny Homeland Security funding because of the executive order is Senator Joe Manchin. Listen to what he told us a short time ago.
The president said many, many times, that he would never do something as far as that far on immigration, as far as what executive orders. And then he went and did the executive orders. I said to my Republican friends, give us a vote on a clean Homeland Security bill. I will support the actions as basically on a bill that would prevent the president from his executive actions. I would support and vote with him on that, but we need to have a clean vote on the Homeland Security bill.
And it sounds like that's going to happen. Mitch McConnell's coming up with Plan B, because there have been a bunch of filibusters already. Now there's going to be a clean bill.
I know all of us look really young, wink, wink, but we weren't born yesterday. Okay, that's a nice little move from Mitch McConnell, who's a smart guy. He kind of knows the legislative maneuvering. But we, the people, are onto this. We knew this was going to happen months ago. They're doing exactly what we predicted. They're going to wash their hands of this and say, look, we had a vote. We couldn't defund the president's executive amnesty. We tried. They did not try if they don't give the president a bill that defunds the efforts to put forth an unconstitutional amnesty. This will not work. Manchin knows it's not going to work. McConnell knows it's not going to work. Ted Cruz, Mike Lee, Jeff Sessions, a few others like Tom Cotton, they're doing the right thing. Everyone watching Fox and Friends right now, if you disagree with what the president did, if you think it endangers our republic to have an imperial executive who acts in this manner, well, then you have to get involved on the phones, because this thing is going south really fast, and I fear for our Constitution.